Hi, I'm Luna, and I recently asked my followers to send me their anecdotes about how they learned about sex, and I wanted to share some of them because, I got a mix of replies, and some of them are funny, some are strange, some are a bit traumatizing. So, trigger warning for some sexual assault. Just letting you know. I don't know why I laughed. That was weird. I just laugh when I'm nervous. I didn't mean that in a bad way. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking. Let me just. Okay, let me just start. Let's start off clean and simple. I was super young, 6 to 8 ish, when I saw my parents doing it. I remember thinking, I wonder if they swap positions. That's very cute and innocent. I don't think I've ever caught my parents doing it, thankfully. Okay. Started being curious about the nude woman body, drawing them and discovering the different parts. I Googled naked women for inspiration, and Google misinterpreted it as a search for porn. And I discovered more from there. Classic Google messing up. Although I am very much a cliche where I do remember going onto YouTube and searching girls kissing. And I think it was something to do with, I think it might have been like an Avril Lavigne video or something. I don't know. That's pretty standard. Mm. This one was funny. One day my dad woke me up by throwing a box of condoms at my head. There's no like further explanation. That's the whole thing. His dad just threw a box of condoms at his head and woke him up. That's the whole thing. I really would love more context to it. So if the person who sent me that is watching, please like tell me there's more. Uh, I watched a 1970s porn movie with cousins when I was 9 and didn't know beforehand we'd be watching it. Was about a horny hospital. I guess it's a pretty, is it a normal thing to watch porn with your cousins? I don't know. It's giving incest. But maybe I'm being a prude. I don't know. But I definitely would never do that. Um and a horny hospital sounds kind of good, I think. But I wonder what kind of porn this was. I wonder if it was like softcore, like super mainstream. Um but yeah. Okay, so this is the trigger warning for sexual assault. This person told me that they learned about sex because they were molested by their brother. Because people are shitty and awful. And um yeah, a lot of people go through sexual abuse, often by family members. And it is kind of fucked up to think that that is how some people learn about sex, right? But it's the truth. The basic mechanics my mom explained, the biology at school, the real life experience, the internet, and trial and error. I mean, that's just a very poetic summarization of a very average human experience around sex. And I like it. It's wholesome. Let's find an interesting one. My mom showing me childbirthing videos and reading me up about the ovulation cycle when I was in pre-K. The childbirthing videos is intense. I don't know the gender of this person or like what genitals they have. But like as somebody with the genitals to give birth to a child, oh wait, that's stupid. Everybody, no. You get what I mean. I cannot stomach childbirthing videos. I really struggle with watching them. I have fainted before when I was in school, and I'm not proud of that, but it happened. I just can't. Oh my god, talking about it is also making me feel uncomfortable. I feel like my eyelids get sweaty when I talk about it. Like, it just makes me nervous. Like, I feel like who came up with that idea? But that's it. That's intense that your mom was like, yeah, let me teach you about sex by showing you childbirthing videos so that you never want to have sex. The ovulation cycle is pretty cool, even though, like, I have to be completely honest. Like, I know what it is, but I don't fully know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I know what ovulation is, but like the dates and the stuff. I don't know. I get it, but I don't get it. So that's just a heavy thing to put on a kid who's in pre-K, but you know, I guess this person turned out fine. Someone brought a penthouse to school. Lol. This was probably 2004. I don't even know what penthouse is. I'm just gonna Google it. I feel like it's something everybody knows about, but penthouse, is it like a magazine? I feel like it's gonna be something like Playboy. Yep, that's basically it. Weird, I never knew about it. It looks like a tabloid version of Playboy, or is Playboy a tabloid version of Playboy? I'm not sure, but I see it. I guess that's pretty classic too. Although 2004 bringing in magazines, like I don't, how old was I in 2004? I don't know, but like, is that normal to still be bringing magazines into school to like explore porn in 2004? I have no idea. I have no concept of like time or ages or like technologically what's appropriate. I learned about sex through an old Star Wars MMO called Star Wars Galaxies. There was a very active roleplay community, and they were not quiet about what they were doing. Interesting. MMO. Does that mean... Oh, it's an online game. But I'm curious as to like what they were not quiet about doing. Like, were they having e-sex? Is that what you call it? Like virtual sex? Like I don't get it. I don't understand. Like how do people have sex on a role playing game? I don't get it. I want to know though. But that sounds like a fun way to learn. I'm not gonna lie. So like, I want to know more? Like I want to know like, do they like dress up as certain characters and then like have sex in the game? Or like, is it like a foreplay thing where they like talk about it while they play and then they like meet up afterwards in real life and, do the thing in like costume? Because that does sound fun. But yeah, questions. That sounds funny. And I want to know like what were they doing? Please tell me. A friend showed me a 3GP video on his phone of a... Okay, wait, sorry. Trigger warning for bestiality, or mention of it at least. A friend showed me a 3GP video on his phone of a horse wrecking a woman. 5 years later, I have my first relationship. 11 years later, I wish I had never done it and focused on studies without the distraction. Fears of abandonment and addiction. Sex brings that, replaces all other motivations. There was a lot to unpack there. I, that's a lot. And I can see why you would have a complicated relationship with sex then. And probably see it as something that brings you abandonment issues and replaces other motivations. I don't know what's going on in your head, but you definitely need to unpack that in therapy or something, because I don't know, that's kind of intense, isn't it? That would probably fuck me up. My mom referred to it as a special cuddle, which led me to be wary that if I hugged somebody the wrong way, I might end up pregnant. That's so cute. I like that a lot. In school, when I was 11, one kid in class on a school laptop would show hardcore porn to me and a couple of other kids every chance he would. It was a bit traumatic. It does sound a bit traumatic, I think. Like, especially as children, a lot of people are curious about a lot of things, and often we're subjected to, or at least, I was as a child, subjected to sexual things that I did not necessarily want to participate in or know about. And it was also traumatic because I like my child's brain was very much a child. I didn't really want anything to do with that. And it was confusing. So that's a that's a pretty messed up way to learn about things too, but I think that is kind of how I learned about it as well. I actually don't really know. I think it just sort of happened. I don't actually know. How did I learn about it? I have no idea. I truly do not know. I mean, I'm not even sure like they explained it properly in school. And as I mentioned, I passed out during the childbirthing video, so I'm gonna have to think about that. This person said, through hentai, I was around 10 and searching for Dragon Ball images on Google. I found the truth. I guess hentai is the truth. And your truth is determined by your perception of reality. So if hentai is your sexual truth, I'm happy for you. Live it. Okay, again, this one is traumatizing, so trigger warning for sexual assault as well. My babysitter in first grade had me get naked and hump her little sister that was also my age. Babysitter was her older sister. I mean, that is super messed up on so many levels. Regardless of how old the babysitter was. I mean, it probably wasn't that, they probably weren't that much older, but to get somebody that you were babysitting to hump your, it's just messed up in a lot of ways. And I hope this person is getting the help they need or have somebody to talk to about it, or, are doing okay, because that's messed up. This person said they learned about sex by asking if kissing makes a girl pregnant. That's cute. Innocent. When I was 11, I searched up what is sex on Yahoo Answers, and there was an answer breaking it down in a basic way. My only problem with this thing is, why would you use Yahoo Answers? Like, was this in the 90s or something? Like, I didn't even know Yahoo Answers was a thing. That is my only problem with this. Otherwise, pretty standard. This one is sort of how I learned, I think. I actually don't know how I learned about the birds and the bees. One day I gained consciousness and realized what my dick does. Hope that helps? Question mark. Thank you, Anonymous. It does help, even though I do not have a dick. I too believe that one day I just gained consciousness and I was like, I know what to do. Well, not that I know what to do, but I was like, this is what that does. So, yes, it does help. I'm gonna end on this one because I don't even know this isn't even somebody telling me about sex. It's just them sharing something with me. Still a virgin, saving for marriage because I can't handle the thought of the woman I'm going to spend my life with has made passionate love with someone else. So I gotta match the same energy and save myself for her. Not for me, but you do you, and I respect that you're also gonna put the same standards on yourself, because very often, you see guys that are like, I want like a girl with a low body count or no body count, but I'm gonna be a massive slut. And it's fine being a slut, by the way, but that double standard. So I appreciate you having the same standard for both of you. And I hope you find the love of your life, and that she's a virgin, and that you're a virgin. Okay. Let me know what you thought, and if you have any other funny stories, please tell me. And send me a message on Instagram. I will keep you anonymous, of course. And let me know what I should ask you guys about next. Okay.